horse racing are the perfect combination this week, so we thought a perfect partner once again this year for our backside coverage here at Churchill Downs is the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Randy Prossi is in rare form this morning, right? He got all decked out.
It's not really not that rare, if anyone knows me.
You know, you normally show up with a hat. I didn't expect this one today.
I had to really bring it all out for you. You can't be the only one on camera with a fascinator.
No, you can't. I've got more too, like just off camera. So if you need to switch out mid,
we can do it.
We can totally do that.
We can do a wardrobe change. Absolutely. I'm here. I'm here all morning, folks.
It is so great to have you all back for our sponsor. Once again, this is the third year the Bourbon Festival has been a sponsor, so thank you so much.
Well, we go way back.
It makes this possible, but you know, you've trusted us with the show, you believe in the show, and I just think it's been a nice blend to elevate and show off what you all have going at the festival. And I did not know this, that there is a kind of a unique history between the Kentucky Derby and the Bourbon Festival too, and you.
And that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm to record, I'm the only one that's ever photographed the Derby, the actual Derby from the Twin Spires.
Wow.
So that was a couple years ago, and last year I shot from
the new. You can actually get up in there, right?
It's hard now after the new construction. It's not as easy. I'd have to come up through a $20,000 seat and ask someone to move so I can climb the ladder. So it won't happen again for a while. But I shoot from the first turn on Oaks and Derby Day. So, and I was here for a number of years, and the place gets inside of you. So it's a life changer.
Place, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and especially I think it's great that we have you here today. Today is Derby, which is kind of celebrating all the great things about Kentucky horse racing, bluegrass, and bourbon. And I mean, whoa, the Bourbon Festival has just turned into something that you had the idea for what it could become.
Right.
And when it's coming up and kicking off September 13th through the 15th this fall once again in Bardstown, Kentucky, I feel like every year it is bigger than the last.
Well,
and better. And
thank you.
More elevated.
And it had to be. For 30 years, you couldn't really have bourbon at the Bourbon Festival. And then, I come in and take advantage of the friendly laws, and now we do. So this is the fourth year of the newly revisioned Kentucky Bourbon Festival. But we started with 11 in 2019, and then when I came in, we skipped 2020 for bad reasons. But then we've built it to where we have 61 or 62 distilleries, over 220 different types of bourbons and whiskeys to sample and buy. So you can actually come to the Bourbon Festival and buy bottles, and most of them are going to be rare ones you can't get anywhere else. So that's really the cool thing.
So we had our show live on the first day of the festival last year. I was not mentally prepared for the lines of people that got word that certain rare bottles were for sale. Randy, there were like lines like everywhere. I'm like, how does everybody, people follow these certain brands and they know that this certain brand is going to have a rare bourbon coming out, and they were out there earlier than our show.
Well, last year we opened for VIPs at 11 o'clock, so there's 700 VIPs that are lining up.
Yeah.
And it is, you sound like the air horn, and they're off, and they divide and conquer, and they game plan. I'm going to Heaven Hill, I'm going to Brown-Forman, Woodford, or I'm going over to Jim Beam, and it's just really fun to watch that. So.
And the growth is kind of proof in the numbers, because in 2023 you saw that 85% of the tickets came from outside Kentucky, and that's what you knew you wanted. You want the world to descend upon Bardstown, Kentucky to come to this festival.
Well, and when we went into a ticketed model a couple years ago on 21 Plus, we didn't want to omit anyone. We didn't want people to not go. We just wanted the real bourbon enthusiasts to come in, and that's who the distillers told us we needed. Someone who can come in and sample, but it's not intimidating. If you're a newbie or you don't really like bourbon, you can still come and join in with friends and learn.
Music and food, and it is just a one-of-a-kind event. So the VIP tickets are gone, but you do have the 3-day bourbon sampler and the 1-day sampler tickets that are still available.
Right. So
as of this morning.
Absolutely. So the 3-day taster, people would call it a general admission ticket, but it really isn't, because you get everything except for like the little VIP tent. Double decker this year. We can't build out, so we're going vertical. So we have our festival store on the first floor and the cigar lounge on the second. So a little nod to the infield where you can stand on the railing and people watch the festival. So that'll be that's
Is that
new.
the biggest new thing that
that's
you're
probably
super proud of this year? And then what's cool too is that all those master distillers come out and you can meet and greet, which is like such an amazing rock star event to have them here. So what is the rest of your Derby week like?
Well, I'm going to be working a little bit here today, and then Friday, Oaks and Derby, I'm going to be here with the camera.
Spires?
No, I'll be out here in the first turn. I have a ladder, and I'm standing out here in the first turn taking the
believe it.
shot. And last year, I had a couple of guys that were like a little over exuberant and high-fiving. I had to pay them each $20 to sit down for that 15 seconds when the horses ran by, and they took it like, okay, that's our mission. We're going to sit here and be good.
You're
So
lucky that they did,
I'm going to come
right?
with some extra money in my pocket.
Some applause for Randy's hat, everybody. It looks beautiful. Yes, it does. It looks gorgeous. Thank you so much just for what you do for us and
Thanks
what
for
you're
having
doing
me.
to kind of raise awareness for the global brand that is
Absolutely.
bourbon at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. To get your hands on those tickets that remain, just go on over to kybourbonfestival.com.